Welcome to BootSpy. My name's William. Today we're talking about the 5 best boots for spring and summer in 2021. Let's get into it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. As I said, today we're talking about the 5 best boots for spring and summer 2021. So let's kick it off with number 1. It is the Thursday Cavalier. Now, I have the Thursday Cavalier in their Shadow Suede. I would not necessarily recommend this color for spring and summer. Instead, Thursday offers a Sandstone version of the Cavalier, and that's the one you want to go for all the way through spring, all the way through summer. Now, it's a very popular coloring, and tons of different brands offer that very light gore elastic panel, and then the light sandy suede upper. This is a very common type of boot, but I really think Thursday is the one I would go with out of all the different brands that offer it. I mean, there's like Common Projects is kind of the biggest one that has a crepe sole. And honestly, I just really don't like crepe soles. So that's why I would go with something with, the Thursday Cavalier has a leather sole, but it's not super slippy because it's got these TPU rubber inserts or the studs right there. And that really helps add a ton of grip to this boot. And I've just had a really good experience with Thursday boots in the past. This is my 4th pair of boots. The Cavalier was the 4th pair of boots I picked up with Thursday. I love the 360-degree Goodyear welt. I think they do a fantastic job with construction. All the stitching is on point, and the boots are really durable and super comfortable as well. So while there are tons of other brands, you can get that light gore elastic, that light suede, that same sort of color. Thursday is the brand that I really recommend, that I trust. I've had great experiences with them. So that's why I'm going with the Thursday Cavalier at number 1. Number 2 on my list is the Palladium Pampa. And this is a bit of an unusual boot because it's made with canvas with a rubber sole. This is the only boot on my list that I don't actually own, but I read through tons of reviews. There's like over 400 on Amazon at the time of filming this, and the reviews are overwhelmingly positive. So I feel comfortable recommending this, especially as it's the only boot on our list that's also not leather. It's made of canvas, so it's gonna be light, gonna be more breathable, but you are gonna sacrifice a little bit of durability in the long run because canvas obviously just doesn't last as long as leather. That said, these boots are pretty well under $100, so that trade-off in durability might be worth it. When looking at spring and summer colors, I would check out their green, butternut, the white. They also have like a slate gray, and they also have Sahara. Those are all fantastic options, pretty light colors, except for the green, a little bit darker, but it still works well for summer. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Red Wing Mock Toe in their new Slate Muleskinner leather. Now, this is typically known as a great fall and winter boot. I don't think anybody would dispute that, but I think there's a case to be made for the new Slate Muleskinner leather that Red Wing just released about a month ago, and I think it has a place in a spring-summer wardrobe. These boots pair really well with lightly colored jeans or some sort of like olive cotton pants, anything like that. I think it works well for spring and summer. One of the best things about this boot is because it is an excellent fall winter boot. If you get this in late summer, mid to late summer, it's gonna work well all the way throughout the entire year. So you can keep it looking fresh while it's still got the nice light coloring before it gets the patina. Wear that out during summer, and then as fall and winter go on, it's probably gonna develop more of a patina. That's gonna be a great winter boot for you as well. So it has tons of durability. The 360-degree Goodyear welt is awesome. You can get this resoled whenever you want. It has a leather and cork midsole and footbed. So it does not have tons of shock absorption right at the beginning, but your foot will break into that. It'll become more comfortable over time. Overall, this is definitely the sturdiest boot on my list for spring and summer boots. And some might argue that it is not a spring or summer boot at all. It is a mock toe, traditionally known as a fall winter boot, but with this new color, I think it's got a shot. Number 4 on my list is the Clarks Desert Boot 2. If you know anything about desert boots, you know that desert boots traditionally have a crepe sole. And you might have also noticed that I said at the beginning of the video that I do not like crepe soles. That's why I actually prefer the Desert Boot 2. I have a full comparison breaking down the Desert Boot 2 versus the Desert Boot original. And the Desert Boot 2 came out as a winner. If you want to check out the whole thing, I have a video that just popped up right now. You can check that out. In my opinion, the Desert Boot 2 is superior just about in every way, especially around the sole. Now, it's got a vulcanized rubber sole, so it still has a good amount of shock absorption like crepe rubber does, but it doesn't get this nasty, dirty sort of imprint. and the sides of your shoes won't ever turn gray, which is something I've seen a lot when guys are wearing desert boots around for a year or more. It does kind of start to get dirty looking and just doesn't look as refined. Now, I wouldn't get a dark color like this for spring and summer. This is definitely more of a fall look, this brown suede, but they do have some really cool options like cognac suede, olive suede, sand suede, and then they have a white leather as well. Those are all solid options all the way through spring and summer. The thing I like most about the Clarks Desert Boot 2 is that it is a light, breathable boot, especially for a leather boot, and it's super easy to slip on and off. It's almost like a slipper in my opinion. So if you are at the cabin or something like that and you want a boot that you can just pop on your foot, head out for a little bit, head out for a little walk, the Desert Boot 2 is one of the best options for that. Last but not least, coming in at number 5 on my list is the Taft Jack boot. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but the Taft Jack is made with a 100% pure dope sauce. So I have it in the Eden colorway. You can also pick it up in cashmere, or they have a red paisley. All of those are fantastic options for summer. Taft Jack boot, it's normally known for the wool upper here, like it's like wool and leather. But wool, as we know, just doesn't work so well in spring and summer because it's such a warm fabric. So I would stick with the options that they have that have this cotton jacquard stitching. Now, as you can kind of see the detail right here, it's super well textured, and honestly, this boot is just beautiful. I love the way it shines. I love the color options. Maybe it's more of a, summer night type of boot, but still looks fantastic. Now, I was just checking out Taft's website before filming this, and right now the Eden was on pre-order. Some of the other options were kind of running a little bit low on stock, so make sure you head over there, pre-order or pick up your pair now, because a lot of other people have the same idea. They know this is a killer boot for spring and summer, and they're picking it up fast. Now, the Taft Jack is lighter weight than the Thursday Cavalier or especially the Red Wing Mock Toe. It does have a Blake stitch sole, so it is resolable. Not quite as water resistant as a Goodyear welt, but honestly, this day and age, a boot like this, you're not really gonna be wearing it out in the rain too much anyway. So not that big of a deal. The fact that it does have a Blake stitch is a positive in my book. The heel counter and toe cap are made with a full grain Italian calfskin leather, as well as the lining in here is also calfskin leather. So it's a super comfortable boot. It feels great on your feet. It feels rich. So yeah, check out the stitching right here. So cool. The Taft Jack in Eden is my personal favorite, but the red paisley and the cashmere are definitely worth checking out as well. Those are my 5 favorite boots for spring and summer in 2021. If I left anything off my list, if you know of a great boot for spring and summer, let me know in the comments below. I definitely love checking out your comments, seeing what you guys write, and learning about new brands that way. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. Also, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it is super helpful for the channel. Until next time, put your best boot forward.